You want success. You want dominion over your life. Then lean in and listen to this truth. You have got to stop running from the hard stuff. Legends don't complain. They cash in on their pain. That's it. That's the whole secret. That's the law of the universe. Because the moment you open your mouth to complain, you step out of your power. You step out of your authority. You literally surrender your spiritual leverage and give permission for doubt, for fear, for the enemy to steal your progress. Why? Think about it. Complaining is spiritual leakage. It's like having a tiny hole in your fuel tank. It drains your focus, it clouds your faith, and it poisons your entire perspective. Suddenly, everything looks impossible. But here's the thing. You weren't built to leak. You were built to lead. You weren't created to whine. You were created to win. And that pain you keep wishing would just disappear. That very pain is the raw material for your life's greatest assignment. That pain is a currency. And only the legends, the true greats, know how to cash it in. See, average people talk endlessly about their pain. They make it their identity. Legends, on the other hand, they trade it. They trade it for strength, for wisdom, for growth. Average people get stuck replaying the trauma over and over in their heads. Legends transform it. They turn it into art, into a business, into a testimony that helps others. You don't need another motivational quote plastered on your wall. You need to look your pain square in the face and declare, I will not waste you. I will not bury you. I will build with you. Because pain is not a dead end. It's a divine exchange. It's a sacred transaction. When you give God your ashes, He gives you beauty in return. When you give Him your breakdown, He hands you the blueprint for your breakthrough. But this exchange only happens if you stop sulking and start stewarding. You have to take responsibility for the pain you've been given. I'm not talking about cheap hype or empty positivity. I'm talking about a real, tangible harvest. There is a harvest locked up inside your history, inside every scar and every tear. But that harvest will not show up for victims. It only shows up for builders. It responds to the builders who refuse to complain about what they didn't get, and instead start constructing something magnificent with what they still have. You're still alive, aren't you? You still have a mind that can think and create, don't you? Then you have all the materials you need to start building right now. You look at successful people, at legends, and you think they're just lucky. You think they just stumbled into greatness by some accident of birth or circumstance. No, that is a lie. They were cut by life, just like you. They were wounded, betrayed, and knocked down, but they made a choice. They chose to carve out their legacy anyway. They took every wound, every betrayal, every setback, and used it as a chisel to sculpt their masterpiece. They didn't just endure the fire, they became the fire. You see, a wound can either become a well of bitterness or a well of wisdom. The choice is always yours. Will you let it define you, or will you let it refine you? Will you let the story of what happened to you become an excuse, or will you let it become the fuel for your epic comeback? Every giant in history had a giant problem they had to overcome. David had Goliath. Moses had Pharaoh. But they didn't focus on the size of their obstacle. They focused on the size of their God, on the size of their purpose. They understood that the obstacle wasn't in the way. The obstacle was the way. The pain you're feeling isn't a punishment. It's a promotion in disguise. It's the universe testing you, asking you, how badly do you want it? Are you willing to pay the price? And the price is your comfort. The price is your ego. The price is your need to be understood and validated by everyone else. Legends pay that price gladly. They understand that what they gain in return strength, character, resilience is infinitely more valuable. Stop telling everyone how hard it is. Stop broadcasting your struggles to an audience that can't do anything about it. Instead, take that energy and channel it inward. Go to your workshop, your gym, your journal, your place of prayer. Take that raw, chaotic energy of pain and start molding it. Hammer it into discipline. Weave it into creativity. Pour it into service. Turn your mess into your message. Think of it like this. A diamond is just a piece of coal that handled pressure exceptionally well. A pearl is the result of an oyster transforming an irritant, a grain of sand, into something beautiful. Your pain is that pressure. Your struggles are that grain of sand. You have the same power within you to create something of immense value and beauty. But it requires a shift in your mindset. You have to stop seeing yourself as a victim of your circumstances and start seeing yourself as the architect of your destiny. It's time to stop complaining and start commanding. Command your morning. Command your emotions. Command your focus. When the voice of complaint rises up, shut it down with a voice of gratitude. When the feeling of self-pity starts to creep in, overpower it with an act of service for someone else. When you feel weak, declare your strength. This isn't about faking it. This is about faithing it. It's about speaking what you want to see into existence, even when your current reality screams the opposite. The world doesn't need another critic. It needs more creators. It doesn't need more commentators on the sidelines. It needs more warriors in the arena. And the entry fee to that arena is pain. So, pay your dues. Embrace the process. Understand that the pain you're feeling is not a sign that you're failing. It's a sign that you're fighting. It's a sign that you're growing. The muscles only grow when they are torn. Your spirit is no different. So, what will you do with your pain? Will you let it be a tombstone that marks where your dreams died? Or will you use it as a stepping stone to climb to heights you never imagined? Will you complain about the cards you were dealt? Or will you play the hand like the legend you were born to be? The choice is yours. The power is yours. Stop leaking. Start leading. Start whining. Start winning. Take your pain and go build your legacy. Thank you for watching. And if this message hit home, make sure you subscribe for more. Go build something great.